Joined now by Mike DeWine, who has now jumped back into the political fray, running for Attorney General. You've been a senator here. Why did you decide to come back into politics?
You know, a lot of people have asked me that. Sometimes my wife asks me that as well. Seriously, you know, I've been out of office for 2 years. I've been teaching school at Ohio Northern, as well as Miami University and Cedarville University. I've enjoyed it very much. I looked this year and tried to decide, am I going to run again? I decided that Attorney General is really what I want to do. I started my career as a county prosecuting attorney in Greene County, which is now near Dayton. When we kicked off our campaign yesterday, we had our family there in the very courtroom in which I was sworn in as county prosecutor. And I learned so much as a county prosecutor. You know, dealt with victims. You see almost every problem in your community. I want to take that experience and experience I've had in other levels of government. When I was in the state senate, for example, I wrote the toughest drunk driving bill we'd had to that time. I wrote a mandatory sentencing bill for people who use a gun in the commission of a felony. Things I've taken as my experience as a county prosecutor. So throughout my career, I've been involved in trying to protect kids, protect families. As Attorney General, I think I can do that.
Okay, so what do you think the big difference will be between being Senator and being Attorney General?
You know, there's a big difference. United States Senator helps make the laws. The Attorney General does not make laws. The Attorney General, frankly, needs to be above politics. And one of the things I said yesterday is there's no Republican way of doing justice. There's no Democrat way. There should be the right way. And I think I have the experience and the background and, frankly, the judgment to make those decisions in the Attorney General's office and to elevate that office. So it's really above politics.
But then that'll be a big shift because the Senate, a lot of people will argue, is a lot about politics, and this would be something, say, is away from that. Will that be a tough transition?
No, it won't, because I tell you, I was criticized sometimes because I tried to work across the political aisle to get things done. And I never had any problem working with other people. My attitude in the Senate was, I'm sent here to get a job done, to get as much done as I can. Not to give a whole bunch of speeches. I gave my share of speeches, you know. But I wanted to work with people. And, you know, it's better to get a half a loaf than no loaf, and you come back the next year and get the rest. So I'm used to working with people. I'm used to working in a bipartisan fashion, and that's the way I intend to run the Attorney General's office. You know, the other thing I think is important, the other reason I'm running for Attorney General is the Attorney General really helps local law enforcement. Attorney General runs what's called BCI&I, which is the crime lab, has special agents. It's important that there be no backlog there, that the information get back out when the BCI goes to a crime scene in a Fulton County or some other county. They gather that evidence, they take it back. It's important that that all be processed in a very timely manner.
But that's going to be tough with budget cuts, I'm assuming.
It is tough, but I think it's a question of management. And I think it's a question of priorities. You know, we look to government to do a lot of things, but we look to government to make us safe. And that's the one thing government can do, but sometimes that's out of our hands. And, you know, as I travel around the state, whether it's in Lucas County or Wood County or wherever it is, number one issue is jobs, and jobs, and jobs. As the Attorney General, I'm not going to solve all those problems, but I think having a safe environment in your neighborhood, having a business be in a neighborhood where it's safe is really essential to growing jobs in the state of Ohio, and I can play a big role in that.
Mike DeWine, thank you very much for your
time.
And that is tonight's Talk Back.